When people speak about the real presence of Christ in the Eucharist, their minds immediately go to the Eucharist itself, to the sharing of the body and blood of Christ in communion. And it is the most important way that Christ is present. The Constitution on the Sacred Liturgy reflected on the presence of Christ in three other modes, in the priest, in the assembly, and in the proclamation of the Word.
He's present in his scriptures, I think, especially because that same paragraph says, "For it is Christ himself who is speaking."
Readers are often surprised to hear that when they speak, it's God's voice we're hearing. It's not really their voice, but we're hearing God's voice.
He's present in the sacrifice of the Mass, not only in the person of his minister, right? So we've spent a lot of time as Catholics talking about how the priest functions sometimes in persona Christi capitis ecclesiae, as in the person of Christ as head of the church.
The role of the priest, of course, is essential as a representative of the ecclesial church, but that all of us make the sign of Christ's presence. We make the sign of Christ's presence to each other when we gather and bring our lives and our joys and our hopes and our fears of the week to this celebration of the sacrament.
It is Christ who gathers us together, Christ who invites us to welcome and greet one another and see the presence of Christ in one another. It is Christ who proclaims the readings that we hear, Christ who ministers to us through the ministry of the priest, through the ministry of the deacon, the liturgical ministers, and the whole assembly. All of us are called to respond to Christ. Christ who invites us around the table. It is Christ who dismisses us, calling us to continue his mission here on earth after Mass ends.